Good afternoon, everybody. It's Caleb again here with the Indiana Weather Network, Indiana Weather Online. We are back because we have a new severe thunderstorm warning just on the south side of Indianapolis. A very potent downburst is undergoing here on the south side. Winds up to 60 miles per hour, penny-sized hail, just now crossing I-69 and running along I-74 on the south side of Indianapolis, coming near Southport and Greenwood. We have limited visibility on the road. Very strong winds here on the highway being reported as well. Dangerous conditions for semis and other high profile vehicles here associated with this severe thunderstorm warning. This goes into effect for 21 minutes here. There's the only severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Indiana and really our strongest storm in Indiana at this point in time. This has intensified over the last 5 minutes. Um, very close to the airport here and very close to the National Weather Service's radar here. So we're getting a very good look at what is going on within this thunderstorm as well. So again, interior room away from windows until the storm has passed. It's going to be moving towards the Beech Grove area, Southport, and Greenwood, Indiana, in southern Marion County as well as central or northwestern Johnson County until looks like 5 o'clock here. As we look at our INDOT cameras here, this is a live look at I-69 southbound. Winds have lightened up here a little bit. This was a different picture a few minutes ago. We had very limited visibility here at this location with very strong winds going. Everyone had their hazard lights on here a few minutes ago. Let's move past this location. Try to get another camera up here for you, as we do have cameras along the highway here in this location. But very strong winds impacting portions of southern Indianapolis metro. Right along I-74 is where the strongest pockets of winds are associated with this. Right in here, running right down 74 is where the strongest winds are associated with this northern part of the storm. Also have some blowing dust out ahead of it too, according to some INDOT cameras as well. So interior room away from windows. If you're on the freeway here, travel slow, take it slow, as we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that does include south of Indianapolis Metro, south of downtown, be south of I-70 on 74, 69 on the bypass here on the south side of Indianapolis, 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-size hail associated with this as well. The strongest winds appear to be just along and south of 6974 here. Close to we'll be approaching the 65 corridor as well. US 31, Southport, and Greenwood all on deck for 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-size hail. This is our only severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Indiana. This one really intensified really in the last 5 minutes is when this storm intensified. We have two cores associated with it. We have a northern storm and a southern storm. The northern one appears to be the strongest at the present time, followed by the southern storm. But this northern cell in particular has the strongest winds associated with it, at least what I am seeing on radar. Go ahead and switch different radars here. I have two radar sites nearby. We have the airport radar, and then we have the National Weather Service's radar, WSR 88D, in progress here in Indianapolis. Right in here, you can see the strongest winds appear to be associated with our northern cell, running right along 74, coming near US 31 near Southport and Beech Grove. That is according to the radar reflectivity at this point in time. On the south side of Indianapolis, a lot of people here, a very populated area for this storm to go over. And roads are starting to get busy as well. Rush hour is starting to be underway here in the Circle City. So we have a lot of traffic on the roadways, limited visibility. It's just a bad situation for this storm in terms of travel impacts. A very limited visibility. It's a very narrow storm, not a very long-lasting storm, but conditions will deteriorate pretty fast on the highway here on the south side of Indianapolis. This storm is going to be coming near Beech Grove. Areas of the strongest winds right in here, right where you see the purples on your screen, coming near East Southern Avenue, and cross section would be Madison Avenue. So Madison and Southern Avenue, Troy Avenue, all on deck here. The strongest winds have just passed. Looks like South Harding Street. It'd be east of that roadway there, coming near I-65 and 74. University Heights. We have Beech Grove, Southport, Rosedale Hills, Edgewood, all on deck here for this severe thunderstorm warning. Our storm to the south, Francis, Critchfield, all on deck here for the strong winds. Stones Crossing, Green Valley, and Greenwood, all on deck for 60-mile-per-hour winds, perhaps, as well as small hail associated with the storm as well. 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail are the going hazard here within the storm. The strongest winds appear to be right now on the south side or the northern edge of this warning box, right in here, right where you see this core. This is where the strongest winds are associated with the storm at this point in time. So pretty strong winds associated with this. Maybe a possible microburst ongoing on the south side of Indianapolis. Kind of hard to tell being this close to the radar, but nonetheless, a pretty strong gust front is ongoing here, and should be taken seriously as the storm approaches the 65 corridor. So 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail is the going hazard here for this warning. This warning is in effect for another 15 minutes here, or until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. The strongest portion of the storm appears to be the northern end of this warning box, which will be coming near the I-65 corridor, Fountain Square, in areas south. South of the I-70 here, near 65 and Beech Grove is where the storm is heading at this point in time. Areas to the south near Greenwood, also in the warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds, penny-sized hail, all possible here within the severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. Pretty strong winds on radar here behind the scenes, with the strongest portion appearing to be this northern edge of the warning box here, looking to have the best area for potentially damaging winds. It is crossing I-65 right now on the northern end, so my radar product here is lagging behind just a little bit, but it is getting ready to cross the highway at this point in time. We do have a camera on the highway, an NDOT camera here. They're looking at northbound I-65. You see the gust front starting to come through. Winds are starting to blow the trees here a little bit. We'll see how strong they get as the gust front is just now starting to come through across 65 here. And this is north of northwest of Beech Grove is where this camera is currently. So it's crossing 65 right now. So you can also see very limited visibility on the highway as well. We actually have better visibility on the camera than a lot of the motorists do on the highway, just because of road spray and visibility on the windshield. Just deteriorating conditions here as this core moves over. You can see visibility now right about at a quarter of a mile or so, perhaps maybe getting a little bit lower in the core of this storm. So torrential rainfall is also occurring within this storm as well. Kind of have two separate storms. Getting some reports of some small limbs being blown down as well. Not surprising to hear that. So two separate storms, both of which showing signs of damaging winds. The northern cell coming near Beech Grove and the southern cell near Greenwood, both showing signs of damaging winds in the form of straight line winds approaching US 31 as well for the southern end of the storm. This is our only severe thunderstorm warning at this point in time. Downtown Indianapolis, just getting missed by this storm, but you don't have to go very far. Once you go south of I-70, you're in the core of this storm. This is how isolated the storm is. So just missing downtown Indianapolis by a matter of blocks, really. South of I-70, 74, the bypass, getting it right now. And then the southern storm. The storm has two parts to it. It has a northern cell and a southern cell, both of which appear to be severe at this point in time. Special weather statement just got issued to the south, but you can kind of see the propagation of these storms form as they enter towards Indianapolis. Very strong winds here coming near University Heights. And also winds appear to be intensifying near the Greenwood area as well, based on radar here I have behind the scenes. So interior room away from windows until this storm has passed, as winds up to 60 miles per hour and penny-size hail. In Southport, you're kind of getting split to the north and the south. But if you're in Beech Grove or Greenwood, interior room away from windows until the storm has passed. 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-size hail ongoing, as well as torrential rainfall. A lot of ponding on area roadways right now via INDOT cameras. We have a lot of water on area roadways. So do keep that in mind as well. Also reports of some trees going down as well. Want to say thank you to Rutgers Outdoor Services based in Indianapolis for sponsoring this live stream. You can get a hold of them at 317-665-3964, proudly serving the Indianapolis and surrounding areas. If you have any tree damage, be sure to give them a call. If you have any roofing damage, feel free to give a call to Mashayleys Corporation, Indianapolis region as well, proudly serving the Indy and surrounding areas. Give them a call, 317-251-1935. That is Mashayleys Corporation. Thank you guys for sponsoring this severe weather live stream. We have one severe weather warning still in effect here in Indiana. Just got issued in the last few minutes. This is for southern Marion County as well as northern Johnson County and central Indiana until 4:45 p.m. At 4:21, severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from near Indianapolis to Greenwood, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and penny-size hail associated with this severe thunderstorm. We have two separate cells here. We have one near Beech Grove and one near Greenwood, both of which are capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds. So two very strong thunderstorms here near the Indianapolis area. This is southern Marion County. So downtown Indianapolis, you're just getting spared by a matter of blocks. By about a mile or two to your south is where this storm is, heading near the Beech Grove area. So you don't have to go very far out of town before you're in the soup here within this storm. So interior room away from windows until this storm has passed. If you're in the Beech Grove area or Greenwood area, 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-size hail. Very potent gust front on the north side of this warning box, just north of the Beech Grove area, getting in on some very strong winds here within this storm, likely microburst ongoing as well. The northern end appears to be the strongest cell of the two as it approaches and moves just north of the Beech Grove area. You can see a nice pocket right in here. A very strong winds associated with this, moving towards I-69, just south of Warren Park on the southeast side of Indianapolis Metro. Winds of near 60 miles per hour right in here, perhaps even maybe a little bit stronger as well as this downburst gets underway. Likely microburst ongoing near East Raymond Road and looks like South Emerson Avenue. Microburst ongoing in Sunnyview. Just on the north side of Beech Grove is where the strongest winds are, running along East Raymond Street, moving towards Crossroad Temple, moving near the I-69 corridor on Brookville Road, eventually here too. Likely microburst ongoing, winds near 60 miles per hour. I have to see if we get a new warning box extended here. Also a lightning strike looks like just on the north side of Beech Grove as well. So some lightning in this storm showing up now. But pretty potent little cell, not very big, but it's packing a punch if you're on the south side of downtown Indianapolis. This is East Raymond Street, Minnesota Street, looks like Bethel Avenue, as well as South Emerson Avenue, all under the gun here, approaching Southeastern Avenue as well in Sunnyview. That is where the strongest winds are at this point in time. Likely near 60 miles per hour. So severe thunderstorm warning in effect for about a little less than 10 more minutes here. We may get an extension of that warning for the northern cell. We'll have to see what the National Weather Service deems necessary. The southern cell has gusted out, produced an outflow boundary, but still showing signs of some gusty winds near the Greenwood area. The strongest cell, though, and the cell we're going to be focusing on is the northern cell, the one between Sunnyview and Beech Grove. Pretty strong winds here associated with this storm approaching Crossroad Temple. Winds up to 60 miles per hour within this downburst. Very localized area as well. Brighter, you see these specks of yellow here. Likely some winds up to 60 miles per hour, perhaps coming down to the surface. At least 50 miles an hour, 50 to 60 within the storm. Perhaps a few pockets of stronger than that, mixing their way down as well. This is moving off to the east northeast at about 30 miles an hour. Likely going to go close to Warren Park, if not just on the south side. It's going to be coming up near the I-69 interchange with looks like Shadeland Avenue. So 69 and Shadeland will be coming at it as well. US 52 north of Wildwood Farms near Warren Park. Likely getting in on this downburst here. Getting close to the edge of the warning box as well. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it as well. Here's a camera near Sunnyview. Look at the stoplight here. Your stoplight is blowing pretty good here as the winds are hitting it. You can see the rain curtains there really blowing here against the cars. Trees in the background swaying a little bit as well. Hard to judge exactly how fast the winds are here. Probably closer to the 30 mile per hour range if I had to guess, at least in this camera view. Could be a little bit off of where that microburst is centered at. But still pretty gusty winds to blow that stoplight around like that. And you can see the rain curtains there blowing as well. So pretty gusty winds here with this storm, with the strongest winds south of that camera location near the Sunnyview and Beech Grove areas. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect still for penny-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds here southeast side of Indianapolis. Our southern cell, though, thankfully has weakened a little bit below severe criteria, at least based on radar. Still could have some gusty winds, but we do have some damage reports coming in from that storm. We have a spotter report saying multiple tree branches and roads, and a couple large trees split as well, and that is just east of the Greenwood or west of the Greenwood area, over by the Francis area. Have some spotter reports coming into some tree damage here from this storm as well. So likely downburst or microburst occurring there with some tree damage. Our northern cell here is moving off to the north and northeast towards the perhaps the Julietta area as well, getting pretty close to you. Latest scan shows it weakening a little bit. So that is some good news here, as we are in a very populated area here in central Marion County. Just to the east of Indianapolis now. Downtown Indianapolis just got spared by no more than 2 miles between this core of this storm. Very, very close. Probably about 1.5 miles, really, between downtown and this storm. So a very strong storm. Just missed Indianapolis, or downtown Indianapolis, which is good news. But still in a severe thunderstorm warning for a few more minutes here. As the cell to the south near Greenwood has gusted out, we call that outflow dominant. You can see the outflow boundary extending south and away from the storm as rain-cooled air is moving away from the storm. So that is some good news for the southern storm. Northern storm still showing signs of some gusty winds near severe criteria, still within the warning box, but it may have been weakening or broadening out just a little bit. So that's some good news. Have to keep an eye on it here as it approaches I-69. Could still have some pretty strong winds within this storm. As it approaches I-69. Looks like the cameras in the area are not working, so we don't have a camera view of it, but radar does show it still being pretty gusty here as it moves across 69. Yeah, Terry, this is a really isolated storm in Marion County, really just on the east side of Indianapolis. Right in here. So depending on where you're at in Marion County, you're probably not seeing any rain, but still in a severe thunderstorm warning nonetheless for these storms here on the south side of Marion, on the southern end of Marion County. Severe thunderstorm warning does expire in 2 minutes. We'll have to see if they extend that with a special weather statement or if they let it go entirely. According to the INDOT cameras here, you can see the camera is shaking quite a bit as the storm moves off to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. See the camera shaking there as the winds move in. Some cameras are held on tighter than others, so it's hard to judge how windy it is based on the camera shaking. As some shake a lot easier than others, but nonetheless, still showing some pretty strong winds there as it approaches I-69 and moves over the highway here just south of Warren Park. And there's our severe thunderstorm warning extension, 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. So they went ahead and continued the severe thunderstorm warning. This also gets into northwestern Shelby County now as well, including Johnson County, southeastern Marion County, as well as western Hancock County getting in on the action as well, just east of the Greenfield area. So here's another look at 69. As these winds are moving across the freeway right now, you can see the visibility going down quite a bit. The rain curtains blowing from left to right, and the camera shaking there pretty well. You can also see traffic. Traffic is not moving very fast, likely due to the weather conditions, but also rush hour traffic as well is quite heavy in this area. So kind of bad timing for the storm to move through during the start of rush hour commute, especially on a Friday too at that. So Fridays seem to be pretty heavy on the highways around Indianapolis. Pretty strong winds here. The strongest winds just on the north side of Beech Grove, right in here on the east side. Crossing 69 near Wildwood Farms, and this is just south of Warren Park, only by about a mile is where the strongest winds are. Going to go right up US 40 near the Gem area, Spring Lake, and Mount Comfort. Going to come pretty close to you guys. The strongest winds may go just north of New Palestine, but we're going to have to keep an eye on you guys as well, as this whole gust front is quite gusty at times as it moves out of Marion County into Hancock and northwestern Shelby County. But if you hit play here, you can kind of see where these storms kind of evolved from. Just near West Newton is where this storm developed, and that is now moving off to the east at 30 to 35 miles per hour. Very strong winds here associated with this storm as well. The strongest winds are crossing the highway right now, and likely just crossed the highway coming near the Julietta area, north of US 52 and near US 40. These winds are going to be near Spring Lake here in the next few minutes as well. They did trim the warning back just a little bit. Beech Grove, you are now out of the severe thunderstorm warning. Strongest winds are now off to your east, moving northeast at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. We'll see what the warning text is, see if they updated the winds. Yeah, still northeast at 30 miles an hour. This is our only severe thunderstorm warning across the state of Indiana. We do have a special weather statement for the Muncie area. Winds are not severe, but they are strong up to 50 miles per hour, likely near the Alexandria area, coming into the Muncie metro area remotely. Strongest winds just south of Warren Park, to the southeast of Warren Park, crossing I-69, just north of 74. Winds up to 60 miles per hour and penny-sized hail associated with this severe thunderstorm warning. This does include I-70 and 74, all under this severe thunderstorm warning. So interior room away from windows until this storm has passed. Pretty strong storm here. And if you guys really want to see what a microburst looks like or a downburst looks like on traffic cams, here's what this downburst looks like right now. This is on I-74 looking north. This is looking north towards the Warren Park area, and you can see the rain shaft coming down on your screen. You kind of see how it angles to the right. This is called a rain foot. Right in here on the bottom where that rain shaft protrudes out like a bull. This is your gust front right in here, and this is your downburst. Very classic microburst ongoing here within the storm. A very intense downburst ongoing here within that storm as well. Very, very heavy. A torrential rainfall ongoing within that storm as well. Very classic microburst, at least what appears on the camera there, but also on radar as well. Pretty intense downburst ongoing to the north of that camera location. Torrential rainfall is occurring. Visibility is not good on the highway right now. We do have lots of ponding and very low visibility. Visibility less than a quarter of a mile on I 69 right now, as well as a lot of ponding being reported and seen on local INDOT cameras as well. So if you are traveling, do take it slow, as we do have lots of wind, torrential rainfall, and low visibility. So we don't want any accidents on the highway for our evening commute. Yep, Terry, that alert that you heard about on your radio was this new severe thunderstorm warning getting issued. Is in effect for another 11 minutes here. Does include western Hancock County, northwestern Shelby County, Johnson County, as well as Marion County in central Indiana till 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Strongest winds, though, are in eastern Marion County, just southeast of Warren Park. Going to be moving between Spring Lake and New Palestine, Indiana. Going to be pretty close to those vicinities there. Currently, the strongest winds are near Warren Park, south of I-70. Lawrence, you guys are in the clear. The storm is going south of your location. But if you're near the Burge Terrace, Cumberland, Julietta area, get ready for 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail, as the warning suggests. Torrential rainfall is also occurring here within this storm. Rainfall rates over 2 inches per hour occurring in this storm as well. Visibility is on the freeway less than a quarter of a mile within the core. Traffic is moving quite slow on the highway as a result of this severe thunderstorm. So do keep that in mind if you are doing any traveling in the area. The heaviest portion of the storm has moved off just to the east of 69, it looks like. So that is some good news. It's still moving out of the area, but still severe at this point in time as well. Still showing signs of some pretty strong winds just on the other side of the freeway. Along and south of I-70, east of I-69, with the strongest winds north of US 52. So a pretty small area of where these winds are refined to, but traffic is very heavy. Traffic is slow going due to the weather. So do keep that in mind if you're traveling in the area. Do be prepared for slowed traffic due to this thunderstorm, and take your time and increase following distance as well, and watch out for ponding on the roadways. Torrential rainfall with rainfall rates in excess of 2 inches per hour in the core of this storm, especially where you see the purples near Washington Place. Very heavy rainfall associated with this storm. So do take it slow if you're on the roadways, and do be cautious if you're doing any driving on your evening commute. Traffic is going very slow, and a lot of cars have their hazard lights on as a result. And just because the rain has stopped doesn't mean the visibility improves 100% either. There's a lot of water on the roadways, so you have a lot of road spray from other vehicles around you and in front of you that can cause limited visibility on the highway as well. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect still for 9 minutes, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and penny-sized hail for eastern Marion County, northwestern Shelby County, as well as getting into Hancock County as well. Johnson County, you appear to be okay at this point in time. The southern storm is really kind of petered out. Not really seeing very much on radar that would suggest it's severe at this point in time. The northern one coming out of the Cumberland area and Spring Lake area is probably the strongest. But even on velocity, the winds have calmed down a little bit. It's weakening a little bit there, which is some good news as well. And also, the severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled for most of northern Indiana. Counties that are still in the watch would be Grant County, or sorry, not Grant, it'd be Jay, Blackford, Adams, Wells, DeKalb, Allen County, as well in the Angola area, all still under that severe thunderstorm watch. Areas elsewhere have been canceled. And there is no severe thunderstorm watch for central or southern Indiana. This is our only severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Indiana. Areas within that severe thunderstorm watch in northern Indiana, I don't see any rain headed your direction. I'm not saying there couldn't be a few storms that pop up, but the storms that were there have dissipated entirely. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that watch canceled altogether here soon. This severe thunderstorm warning, they're likely going to let expire here in 7 minutes unless the storm re-intensifies once again. Winds appear to be weakening a little bit within the core. That is some good news, but sometimes you can get another downburst to develop within the core. So it is worth keeping an eye on. It is traveling northeast towards I-70. at this point in time. So if you're on the highway or on the motorist on the highway, do be prepared for torrential rainfall in this area right in here between Mount Comfort and south of Lawrence on I-70, north of Warren Hills, getting in on some torrential rainfall right now that could cause it to be problematic for our rush hour commute. So Marion County is still in a severe thunderstorm warning. If you're Indianapolis and west, you guys are okay. But if you're Indianapolis and east, south of Lawrence, you are in the severe thunderstorm warning and still in the rain. But if you're west of this line, you guys are okay. But if you guys are east of this line, not okay. Do watch out for lightning, though. There is still a few rogue lightning strikes away from the storm, so lightning can strike up to 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. So do keep that in mind. Indianapolis, though you're not in a severe thunderstorm warning, you are still in danger of lightning for a little bit longer yet. Strongest portion of this cell, sorry, I had a fly in here, near I-70, just to the northeast of Warren Park. The storm is traveling northeast now. Just south of McCordsville is where this is going, near Mount Comfort, as it moves into west central Hancock County. Torrential rainfall is occurring, as well as gusty winds as well, perhaps up to 60 miles per hour. The good news is on velocity, the winds appear to not be 60 miles per hour at this point in time. They appear to have weakened a little bit, at least on radar. I'm not saying we're not getting those winds at the surface, but they appear to have weakened a little bit, which is good news. The warning, though, still in effect for another 4 minutes. We'll have to see if they extend that or not. Here's a live look at 74. You can see the storm moving over on the highway. We have westbound traffic all have their hazards on, moving very, very slow as commuters are moving out of the city. This is your view on I-74 in the core of this storm. Very torrential rainfall occurring here. Likely a lot of water on the highways. Drains have a hard time keeping up when rainfall rates are this heavy. I think 2 inches an hour or more possible in the core here. Very big fat raindrops as well. Not to mention the road spray. You have a lot of spray from your vehicles around you. They can stir that water up on the surface and make visibility even worse. So another reason to have your headlights on, increase following distance, don't drive aggressively in these conditions, and limit your risk for hydroplaning are all great steps to take. You can just see the rain curtains there just absolutely dumping. This is I-70, I-70 94 County Road 700 West is where we're at here in Marion County. Western Hancock County is actually where this camera's at. That'd be the Marion County line near that location. Just extremely heavy rain here, and winds have picked up just a little bit on the south side of I-70 as well. May see the winds pick up here just a little bit, perhaps. Zoom in on radar. My other radar that I have running behind the scenes shows it a little bit better, but right in here, there's some stronger winds starting to pop up on radar. Radar's just lagging a little bit behind here. We may see that here on the next scan, as I have the next scan on the radar that I run behind the scenes, GR2, but this one may be lagging behind just a little bit. Sometimes it does that. But torrential rainfall, definitely ongoing and definitely causing to be problematic as well. Just extremely heavy rain and limited visibility on the roadways. So do take that with caution. South side of the warning, though, not a lot going on anymore. The stream that prompted the warning, or the storm that's prompted the warning, is near London, but it has weakened quite a bit. I don't really see a damaging wind risk in it at this point in time. Maybe some gusty winds, but the damaging wind risk looks to have been minimized quite a bit. That's some good news, but could still have some heavy rainfall rates in the Sugar Creek area as well. Still some strong winds near the Mount Comfort area. This is moving just to the closest Spring Lake in areas north as it approaches the State Road 9 corridor near Greenfield. We'll have to see if we get an additional warning or a special weather statement We'll have to see what the National Weather Service deems necessary here as the storm continues to move off to the east northeast. But very heavy rainfall rates and winds up to 60 miles per hour possible here as the strongest storm moves out of Marion County and into Hancock County, Indiana. The biggest risk, though, outside of gusty winds is just absolutely buckets of torrential rainfall. This is what we call a frog strangler. Raining so hard it can supposedly strangle frogs. That's kind of where the saying came from. It goes way back. I don't know the exact year, but it's been used since the 1800s. But this is a good example of a gully wash, frog strangler, or toad strangler, whatever you want to call it. That's what's happening here. It is that's dumping buckets on I-70 and 74, just to the north of Cumberland, is running right down the highway here, though not very long. The storm, you'll drive out of it pretty quick, especially if you're westbound. But eastbound, no matter where you're at in the storm, take it slow. Look at the spray. Look at the amount of water these vehicles are kicking up as well. Just a lot of water on the roadways. Drains are having a hard time keeping up. Rainfall rates in excess of 2 inches per hour in the core of this storm. Just torrential rainfall occurring. Lots of hazard lights on. You can see here on the highway. Rush hour is heavy. A lot of traffic on the highway right now, thanks to rush hour commutes. It's Friday. Weekend traffic is always increase on Fridays as people are getting out for the weekend, which I hope you enjoy, by the way. Our severe thunderstorm warning was just allowed to expire, so we are back to all clear mode. We actually have no special weather statements or warnings here in Indiana at this point in time. The cell near Muncie had a special weather statement on it for 40. That has been allowed to expire or be canceled. So we are all clear across the entire state. That has been allowed to be canceled entirely. So that is some good news here. Our severe thunderstorm warning that prompted the warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds has weakened below severe criteria as it moves along I-70 and towards the Ohio border. The rest of the evening here tonight, our cold front situated right about like this. As it comes down to the south and southeast out of Illinois and Wisconsin, could bring some additional showers and thunderstorms across Indiana, but the severe weather risk is quite low in terms of widespread severe weather. We could have some additional showers and thunderstorms, but widespread severe weather is unlikely. Could have a downburst or two, but widespread severe weather is unlikely. We'll continue to monitor radar and stuff here behind the scenes, and we'll keep you updated here throughout the rest of the evening. So with that being said, we'll probably hop off here and we'll monitor radar here behind the scenes. And we wish all of you a pleasant Friday evening, and we hope you all have a good weekend as well. Take care.